he said something like he gets more leeway because he speaks life
Oh
into
yeah, I
Aniya.
was like,
And it's like,
bruh.
no, you speaking life into Aniya is not token chips to go do what the hell you want and treat somebody any old type of way and act like it should just roll off they backs. Like that was the part where I was like, oh, this is a sinking motherfucking ship. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Love Island USA, Season 8, Episode 20. Yes, it is something o'clock in the morning again, and yes, we are tired, but we are here because we here for the people. Okay. If you haven't already, make sure you get your Love Island shirt. We have shirts for sale that say watching Love Island like it's my full-time job. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I'm an attorney and a pop culture writer. And before we get into today's episode, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that notification bell, and be in the comments. Be in the comments. I know we behind because it was a lot. It was a lot going on, but we gonna catch up and hype us up. Hype us up. This week's sponsor again is from Scratch and Soul Bakery. It's a Miami-based bakery specializing in cookies, cakes, brownies, breads, and other sweet treats made completely from scratch. Whether you're celebrating a special occasion or simply satisfying a sweet craving, From Scratch and Soul Bakery has something for everyone. And the best part, they ship their baked goods nationwide, bringing homemade goodness right to your doorstep. Follow From Scratch and Soul Bakery on Instagram and check the show notes to order something sweet to snack on while you're watching Love Island, because look, these episodes, they going up and down for me, you know? They're not like all the conversations this episode, like, would you say skip, like,
Yeah, no,
it was
for real.
given all of that. And then
Yeah.
also, it is early out here, so please understand, Love Island is beating our ass, okay? We are tired. Okay? You're getting the sleep bunt right now, okay? Because it's a lot. But yeah, let's start with KC though, because lots of things.
Fully disappointed me in this episode.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I'm gonna say. Overall, I think he's like dripped certain behaviors. He's definitely one person with when he's around a lot of guys and women who may be male centered, because I think the Casa girls always, they're trying to get in the villa, and so they are centering these guys as opposed to letting these connections form naturally. So I feel like he's one guy in that setting, and then he's a different guy in another setting, and so if it's giving duplicitous, okay? It's giving, not anybody could trust you. You know what I'm saying? You can't trust what you doing because you moving a little, like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I would agree. In last episode, we talked about this like Corbin air that like gets Casey going, and I don't know. I'm like, Casey, I want to believe that the guy that I've been seeing is the guy that you are. But when you get around Corbin, you start acting a damn fool, and I don't like that. And the fool that you acting is the fool that is okay with other men degrading women, and you adding into the conversation. So, yeah, like I said, he fully disappointed me this episode. I wrote down some of the things that he said in that conversation. Him and Corbin. Like, Corbin, he's already in the pile of shit for me. You know what I'm saying? So he does not surprise me at this point with the shit that he says. Mm-hmm. But KC, I'm like, I put you on a higher pedestal because you came in with a different attitude. Now, if we go back to your intro package,
I was
showing in the intro package that you was a ain't shit man, that you like to play games a little bit. And so it seems like that part of you is peeking out, my brother.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that, because I was like, I remember maybe a week or so ago back, I was like, oh, should we revisit the fact that in the beginning you were like, I don't know, something about this man, and I was like, is this our collective Black girl trauma poking out, and making us judge him unfairly? And then we felt like, as we saw him with Aniya saying the things he was saying, it was like, maybe we were wrong. And then now it's kind of like there is something there. Now, I will say this, as someone who has like younger brothers and someone who's like, I'm in my late 30s, right? There's a little bit of immaturity that I give young guys grace for, right? And I think there should be a level of grace that happens for not only just the young guys but the young women, like Aniya, all of them. You know what I'm saying? It's like you growing. We say it all the time, like you're growing, they're young, whatever, right? And so I think that for me, a couple episodes ago, that's where this was. That's where this was. It's like, oh, he's a little immature. Yes, that's a little problematic. These are my powers comments, but it's like I still don't paint him as a villain. I do paint him as, oh, this is who you are though. This is who you are. Like this one way with the guys, one way with women, kind of putting on. That's who you are. Now, is it something that's redeemable? Is it just due to immaturity? Will he be able to grow out of it, course correct? That's still to be determined. I wouldn't paint him as a villain, so to speak. I do with Corbin. I don't know. It's just something about Corbin just gives like, I came out the womb as a wolf, you know what I'm saying? Like I came
Yeah.
out the womb like praying on motherfuckers. Like
Mhm.
Casey he gives me he's learned that he's been in environments that are manosphere type of environments where it's like bros before hoes and like this locker room talk. He gives me that it's a conditioned thing because he knows how to reach for, I don't know, but also look, don't know this man. We're learning drips and drips and drips. So
Yeah, yeah. And but that also goes back to the intro package. It's like you're very intentional with what you said in your intro package. You know what I'm saying? Most of the times there might be some producer influence in what you say, but it's giving you know what to say, when to say it. You know what I'm saying? Which I said back in the first episode. And I still don't even put Casey in the whole manosphere bucket. If anything, I kind of just put him in the just a little bit of like the, you a little ain't shit, ain't you? Like you got to be watched. I don't put him in the. He ain't even got enough muscles to be in the manosphere, first of all. But some of the things that they were talking about, and most of it is like I'm annoyed because it was driven by Corbin's statements, right? Like it felt like Corbin was trying to like egg on this idea that the girls in the Casa Amor are better than the Villa girls, and he's like talking shit, talking about TT and Parmita are college girls, while the girls in the Villa are high school girls, and Casey is nodding his head in agreement. It's like, motherfucker, what the fuck do you mean? And then after that, Casey, you calling TT Aniya by accident just to say what I have felt in 3 weeks with Aniya. I got there in 2 days with TT. You know what I'm saying? And then you trying to act like you don't care, and you talking about me and Corbin, we kind of running shit over here. It was all just too much. It was too much. That's why I kind of tend to lean towards like Casey may not all the way be in there. I feel like he could be influenced to get there, but I feel like because these things aren't like, at least from what we have seen, they're not like the natural things that he has been saying and like the energy he's been moving with, at least in the Villa. But the fact that he just completely went south in this episode, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to formulate my thoughts around it because, quite honestly, I was just disappointed because he has kind of been a voice of reason, not only with the ladies, but also with the men. So I would expect that, like, when you see another man, like, talking down about a woman, that you would have been the one to keep it real and say, hey, bro, like, we don't need to go there. Like, when Corbin is talking about Kinsey and saying, all the things that he was saying and how he don't give a fuck and blah 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 and all of that shit, all of a sudden, I thought he would have been the one to say, hey, like, let's chill out a little bit. But the fact that he added into the conversation, I was just like, bro.
I mean, I think what is emerging for me with Casey is, like I said, a clear picture of, you do one thing when you're in a predominantly male environment and you do another thing when you're in a environment that may have women or whatever, right? And I think that is a problem. I feel like part of his emboldened nature, it's that immaturity of his ego, right? He's tapping into his ego, and in large part, a lot of that is because he has the admiration of women in his villa, but it's his weak ego that gets gassed up by women liking him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That is causing him to just show his whole self. You know what I'm saying? Show
Right.
his, poke out his chest. But it's ultimately this immaturity. It's ultimately him being in his ego, and it's been getting stroked. TT's been
Yeah.
stroking that ego. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably
Right.
why he going back to TT. To be
Mhm.
honest, it seems like that's why he's going. And I think that's one of the reasons why I go back to my comment I said before about immaturity at a certain space in life. Like, men, I think, have different issues than women. People, I think, a lot of times conflate the two, but men and women have different issues at that age, right? And for men, I think ego is a thing for them. Ego and
Definitely.
physical like sex, whatever,
Mhm.
biologically driven shit. That's the issues. They don't know how to control themselves in that space when they are
Mhm.
immature and young. And part of becoming a man is getting into that space where they are able to control themselves based on their character, based on what they know is right and wrong, their morals and things like that. And they're able to restrain their physical, not only just their like physical strength, but their physical urges, all these different things. That's the transition from boy to man. You get what I'm saying? And that's where that immaturity, when I talk about like grace, these are the issues they're gonna have. It's not accident that all these guys are exhibit these same behaviors. They lie, they do these things because they're boys. They're not men. They're not at that level where they have reached manhood yet. And so these are the issues you can expect. And just like on the other side in the villa, you can expect the women, they got their women issues. They leading with their hearts. You know what I'm saying? They're leading with their hearts. They're allowing themselves to be sucked in by their feelings. That's a very, very
Naturally
unique
feminine
issue.
trait. Yeah.
Yeah. Or
Mhm.
it's just an issue that and it may be socialized, whatever, but we're socialized very differently. So for me, this ego, like I said, that's one of the issues that young men have to get out of. And Casey's straight up in that trap. He's straight up in that ego trap right now. And so it may be immaturity, but it may also just be you have bad character. Like, that's one thing that
Yeah.
when I separate Corbin from Sincere, even, I said this a couple episodes back, is that Sincere may be redeemable, even though he lies, because he is young. He doesn't seem like he's just, coming with
Malicious
predatory,
intent.
yeah,
Yeah.
energy. And it's like
Mhm.
there's a difference between a man who comes with energy like that and a man who is immature and he's just not a man
Mhm.
yet. Like, he's a boy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what Sincere gives me. I'm not sure yet about KC. KC
Same.
moved from, he was in that other category, and Corbin was over here, and
And
he's
he's
like in the
starting to
middle.
blend.
Yeah.
He's starting
Yeah,
to
I'm not sure. And I don't
blend. Yeah, I feel like I was a person that was like ready to defend Casey because everybody was going so hard. I was like, red pill, like what? Oh my god, like he is most definitely not there. And so this episode, I was just like, come on. And now you're forcing me to go all the way back to the very beginning, because I'm like, I have to sit here and say, oh no, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I misjudged you. You know what I'm saying? Like, based off of your little intro package. So that's the
You talking
frustrating
about in the
part of,
beginning when
yeah,
you
in the
thought
beginning.
that he was ain't
Right.
shit, and I was like, is it the black girl trauma that we're
Yes.
misjudging him? Yeah,
Yes.
but
Yes. Yes.
look, this, and I also think that, like, at the end of the day, there's multiple things happening at once. As a group of people, black women, we got a lot of trauma and we're easily triggered. And I think it's okay because, like, somebody was in our comments the other day talking about, like, I love to see the KC defenders embarrassed. It's like, I don't feel embarrassed. I'm not, like, how am I gonna be embarrassed off of KC's actions? That's
No
his
facts.
actions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That don't have nothing to
Correct.
do with me.
Not
It
an
has
ounce.
nothing to do with me. And,
Not a
like,
piece.
yeah, whether I see it, like, whether I give him grace to see it at day 1 or day 5 or day 20 of the show, whatever, it doesn't matter. And that's why it's like, it's like you can allow people to unfold. You don't have to make a quick trigger reaction on what they seem like, as long as you're holding your standards and your boundaries. Ain't no sweat off your back if you find out on day 5 or whatever versus day 1. And you know what I'm saying, like, finding
Well,
out
yeah, I think
everything.
that goes to like people don't understand that people have the right to change their mind. I think people really struggle with that, especially when they have made or formed very strong opinions of something and feel that everybody should be in the same boat or category or feel some type of way,
Yeah,
or they judge other people for having a different
opinion.
opinion for sure. But even with the ego thing, I will also say I'm pretty sure we talked about this back when it happened, but Casey's ego was most definitely bruised when nobody was behind
Behind
his
his
door,
door,
right? And so
yeah.
the fact that he's getting all this quote unquote sauce, it is beefing him up and probably also emboldening him to like sit there and chit chat with Corbin in these ways that maybe he wasn't,
Mhm.
doing before, because it was like, well, I don't have a a place to lead with my ego. I can
Mhm.
lead with my more compassionate side. I can be there
Mhm.
for you ladies. I can run to you, Melanie, and say, don't be walking up there to go disturb Sincere. And so
Mhm.
I can tell you, Aniya, that you're the most beautiful thing in the world and you the blueprint and blah 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 blah. But
Mhm.
now it's like, oh shit, like I can stand in my ego bag. So I'm with you with the like, where does he lie, because you're
Mhm.
operating in both. I will also say, on the note of like, there's a lot of things going on here. It does suck for anybody, right? I think if you have not dealt with much rejection in your life, when you
Mhm.
have to deal with that like in real time, right? Like we're seeing that unfold. We're also seeing that, like, yes, Anaya and Casey weren't necessarily giving each other that like, I love
Mhm.
you, I like you, I like you, my man, my girl
Mhm.
energy, right? There's also, he gets this postcard and he sees that she leg wrapped, tooted, booty tooted with this other man, and it's not in a challenge. So like, there is a lot going on that I'm sure Casey is also not expressing. And
Yeah,
these,
definitely.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm
how
sure
that.
even those things are like hits to the ego, like,
Yeah.
you know
And
um
I do think that part of it is some of the immaturity of men, which leads to this quote unquote toxic masculinity people like to talk about, is that they do not step into their feminine energy enough. And so when you tapped on saying that those emotions, there's things that he may have felt aren't like acknowledging, he's just smothering them with ego. You get what I'm saying? He's not getting into his feminine and saying, hey, like, that does bother me. He's smothering it with what he thinks is masculinity. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's not. It's like, yeah. But I will say that when he was talking about he wasn't happy for Anaya, that was like one of my, and he was like, I really don't give a fuck for real, or something he said like that. I was like, that's where you really like
yeah,
seeped into the sour taste for me. And again,
right,
like he's young. I give him room to grow. I give him room. And I don't think that he is a villain, but it's like one of my friends, she was like, it's red flags, not red pill. Like that's
yeah,
where I am with it. It's like I wouldn't say like he's 1,000%, but also I said before yesterday, there's a spectrum of all of these behaviors. Like, or
right.
Tuesday, there's a spectrum, and so maybe he isn't down here. He may be at the very, very, very,
Beginning stages of
beginning
it.
stages.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Very disappointing.
And
But
what else did he say? He said something like he gets more leeway because he speaks life
oh
into
yeah, I
Anaya.
was like,
And it's like,
bruh.
no, you speaking life into Anaya is not token chips to go do what the hell you want and treat somebody any old type of way and act like it should just roll off they backs. Like that. That was the part where I was like, oh, this is a sinking motherfucking shit,
Yeah, no,
because
that actually
that
is.
was actually crazy. And that wasn't in like no him and Corbin conversation. I was like, this is one of them 40 and slip moments. That was the real locker room talk, because it's all the boys around. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, you ain't thinking about what you saying, brother.
Mhm.
Because I'm like, come on now, like. I don't even. I think your mama wouldn't even be happy with you saying some shit like that. So
Yeah.
I was like, this that right there was when I was like, oh yeah, you grabbing your nuts with this
Yeah.
one. You think you big dog in this bitch. It ain't that.
Yeah, I definitely think that when you said it's like related to Corbin. I think it's outside of Corbin. I think it's like this is him. I think Corbin is one of those rewards for being on this side, meaning in a male dominated environment. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's more to say. Do we want to get into Anaya and on her side? I was surprised that she was crying. I was like, maybe she does like him, or maybe it's just the wound of seeing that, like, oh, I don't think he's gonna pick me. She was like, the Falani bitch braids. Like, what did she
Yeah.
say? I was like,
Ah,
damn.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, girl, the Fulani, are you over there with Coral? No, let me stop. But
Ah.
I kind of took it as like she was like complimenting her, like, not the baddest one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
how
no,
I kind
I
of
thought it
took
was
it. But
funny.
I don't think it's because she likes Casey, because
Mm,
she also said it's crazy how feelings can develop so quickly. Like, she also mentioned the 3 days versus the 3 week comment. She said the exact same thing Casey said. She
mm,
said it's crazy how feelings can develop so fast. Been with Casey for 3 weeks, but Carl in 3 days and he's so sweet, blah 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 blah. So I don't think it was necessarily ooh, I like Casey. I think it was
Mm-hmm.
more so a dang, like he now has options, right? And so I might not actually get picked this time. That's where I felt like that was more so coming from, and maybe out of like a little bit of frustration. But I don't 100% believe it's because she liked Casey, especially
I'm,
because once again, like
mm-hmm.
you giving Corey a little bit more energy.
Carl.
Carl, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's something about it. And even like, I think back to like her always looking at his pictures and stuff. There's something that potentially
Yeah, that
like
is
she
true.
may just be a person who doesn't wear her feelings on her sleeve in real ways. And
Yeah.
so I'm not sure. The tears kind of got me, but then again, I'm not sure if that was just the wound of not being picked. Because sometimes when that wound is activated, if that's your wound, you know what I'm saying? It will
Mhm.
flare up with even a dude that you don't like. Once it's
Yeah.
just clear that, damn, he really not about to pick me. It's like it'll
Yeah.
it'll activate.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like I said, I'm kind of more on that side, like it's the
Mm-hmm.
wound talking.
Mm-hmm.
But I also think too, like the fact that she went into the photo booth to cry, I was like, "Oh, okay. She is used to like having to deal with her emotions on her own." And I know she went to and again, I'm making assumptions, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I am part of that was just giving me like the strong black woman trope, like I
Mm-hmm.
can't show my emotions. I can't react and let people know how I'm feeling. Like I have to go deal with things alone. And, her coming from a family of like athletes and successful people, I'm pretty sure there's also just like a lot of pressure to perform and like
Mm-hmm.
to not break down and to always be on point at all times on top of herself being an athlete at a
Mm-hmm.
PWI and things like that. So I'm pretty sure there's a lot going on in that package of like how she expresses and shows emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to what you said when you were like, "Oh, she not even for real giving Carl too much. Like maybe she's just not like a super affectionate
Mm-hmm.
person, like just
Mm-hmm.
in general. Like maybe that is something that is like a little bit blocked for her, but
Mm-hmm.
who knows, child? We didn't see them go to bed, but her, Kata, and Melanie, they all gave themselves a little pack. We gonna cuddle tonight. We gonna da da da
Mm-hmm.
da. So
Mm-hmm.
we
And
shall
they
see.
need
I guess in
to.
the next episode they do.
I was like, not Kenzie being the wisest one in the except Trinity. Trinity always gonna top somebody, okay? But Kenzie
Yeah,
had words of wisdom. Like I'm gonna have to give it to you, girl.
you
I
know
don't
she
I don't
did.
like her,
She
but she
did.
had words of wisdom, okay?
She had words of wisdom, and I'm also at this point. I'm like, girl, I ain't mad at you, Kenzie. Kenzie is. She said, "I'm here to play a motherfucking game. I'm here to do what it do, and I'm a player ass bitch, and that's just what it is." At
Yeah,
this point, I'm like, bruh, and the way Corbin was talking shit about Kenzie,
yeah,
you making me have to like, Kenzie a little bit more. Like the other week I said I don't like Kenzie so much that you making me like Corbin a little bit. Now it done flipped. I don't like
yeah,
Corbin so much that you're making me like Kenzie a little bit. It's ridiculous the way they go back and forth. But I love how she
yeah,
like, oh, I'm not talking to that motherfucker. He dead. Like he is in the
yeah,
doghouse and I am moving the fuck on. And I believe her because when it
yeah.
came to talking to Zach, we didn't see her talk to Zach still.
No more. Yeah,
How she
right.
ever talked to Zach? I was like, you know what? She might actually stand on motherfucking business.
She
She
might.
might be the one to be like, there's nothing to discuss. Hey, Parmita, like she might be
They
like,
may
what's
give her the silent treatment too, bitch. I don't know you.
up? Right.
So yeah, but yeah, let's touch on Trinity because, like I said, Trinity, she had the wisdom. The top client, as always, she was getting them together. She's like, "I'm sorry, you know what I mean? I'm sorry to be like this, but shit,
Right.
like get it together, okay?"
Right. I will say Trinity probably like, I know my man not cutting up because my picture's from a challenge, baby.
Right, right, right. She did have that, but also at the same time, like I cannot with Bryce.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have no idea. Like, the yearning is like,
This man is faking
crazy.
it. It
Are they both faking? Are they
like it
both
almost is
faking
giving,
it?
is it a scheme set up by production for real? You know what I'm saying? Because like what is happening with this situation? But if it is, if Trinity is acting, I'm like, homegirl, You
Well,
I believe.
I
I
don't
do
know.
believe her. I don't know. I believe her. She's doing a good job.
Well, there's been some resurfaced clips of
Uh,
Trinity in the
on
Tubi
Tubi,
movie.
yeah, both of
Yeah,
them.
and she
Him
wasn't
too.
acting
Oh, she
very
wasn't
well.
acting.
So I don't know if she could be an actress, or maybe it was from a while ago and she's gotten up her skills. But I don't know. I'm kind of coming back into being a believer of Bryce and Trinity just a little bit, because I'm just not understanding. They are literally both just like moping, so sad, like, oh my god, I miss my man, I miss my girl. I have no idea. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know, cuz
Bryce is putting on. Trinity is possibly putting on. That's where I am with it. There's no this episode. It's like the more he talks, the more I become a non-believer. Like even in the last episode, I promise you, his first little cry was like, "That ain't real." And then he was like, I don't know. I don't want anybody." And then I'm like, "Oh my god, it's worse." And then he's like, I really, I just," and I'm like, every single thing makes me believe him less. And this tonight, I don't know. I just think that's great. Like I said, I fall on the sword for her. Like I
yeah.
just think that's the great. Like you're
The
lying.
single courage.
I I don't believe this shit at all. Like at all, at all. Not on his
Oh
end.
god.
Her end, she gives believable, at least in the acting. You know, and she might be
Yeah.
real. I agree. I think she might be real.
That's the part about it though. I'm like, I don't know. I don't Trinity, she a real one. So I'm like, would she be putting on like this? I don't know. I feel like I'm having a little bit of cognitive dissonance with it all. Like,
I think she's being real. I do. I think he is the one who's
yeah.
fucking lying. Like all these guys are lying. Every single last one of them. Zach, Ass, all of them, they're lying, and they know that they have to be to win. They want to seem like a good guy.
Yeah.
Like they miss
Um
their girl. Like they're sad.
yeah.
They're putting on.
Yeah.
End of story. But
Yeah.
Trinity, as we started speaking, Trinity, our girl, she can act if she wants to act, okay? Like, I don't care if she is a part of the scheme, to be honest.
Yeah, at
We
this
like
point
her.
though, I still want Bryce and Trinity to win.
Yeah,
So
I mean, Trinity and whoever to win. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like, Trinity and
correct. But it's gonna be
whoever.
Bryce. The way it's gonna be Bryce. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Bryce. So
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. He all right. And also speaking of Bryce, no, going back to this KC thing, like Bryce, I've been talking right shit about Bryce. Now he is a bad actor, but I've been talking right shit about him. And I was like, all the times that he coming at Casey in the challenge, like him and Zach, I'm like, they coming, they trying to split him up, but low key, he may be confused because, as we've said, Casey's acting one way with the guys and acting another
yeah,
way with the women. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, very
And maybe
true.
production has just been cutting those guy conversations because ain't
Hmm.
no way it's just. I mean, not ain't no way, but I feel like they did him a little favor. You know what I'm saying? They cut him a little
Right.
like good edit and cut out some of the God conversations because of some of how he's been acting with Aniya and the women in the house, because he's been very, polite and stuff with him. But I was like,
Hmm.
is he cutting up? And has he been cutting up with the guys? And Bryce ass was
It's
clocking
clocking
it.
it. It could be. It
Okay.
definitely. I wouldn't. At this point, I wouldn't put it past
Mm,
KC. At this point,
mm.
which again is very unfortunate. But yeah, Trinity always top client, always coming in with the wisdom. I love even too when it might have been last episode, and I didn't mention it, but she was like, "I'm okay being vulnerable." She's like, "I'm okay having my little moment. I'm gonna get back to it, but I'm having a moment. I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling a little bit of guilt." Now, her sleeping in soul ties, I was like, "Girl, you just because you laying next to the man, it don't mean that y'all coupled up. It don't mean that you like him. At least go get you a bed to sleep in and not up in soul ties." She's talking about it was comfortable, but my back hurt. Get your ass back in that bed and relax, and just
Yeah.
say, "Hey, we friends," and keep it pushing. It's a sleepover
Mm,
until Bryce get back, if that's what you want it to be, boo.
mm,
It don't seem like Ronnie is finna push up on you, so
yeah.
you ain't got nothing to worry about. But don't be up in
Yeah.
soul ties making your back hurt now. We don't have to be dramatic.
Yeah. No. Um, One other thing that Trinity did this episode that I thought was hilarious was her checking Kinsey. Oh, I thought you ain't care. I was
Correct. Correct.
I was like,
Correct.
I was like, is Kenzie starting to get on her nerves? Because I
No,
know when you
honestly.
know what I'm saying, like you know how like Black Girl Coded, when we start getting a little snippy at you, it's like you might be getting on my
You
nerves. You might have been
frustrating me.
started getting on my
Yes.
nerves. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
now it's coming out because back the fuck up. And so it
Yes.
was giving that because she was all like, I mean, maybe I am, bitch. I thought you said you didn't care. I thought you said
Right.
shut or clean up. So I was like, ooh,
Yes.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Yeah, because Kenzie wanted attention in that moment. Everybody else is in their field, so
Yes.
she wanted to get that love and attention too. Because Kenzie likes to be the center of
I
attention. She
know.
said, "Oh my God, everybody is talking about their men and their son. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, boo hoo!" So she wanted to join in on the party, and it's like, yeah, I'm right. I was right there with Trinity. Girl, shut the hell up because you done already declared that Corbin is in a doghouse. You ain't talking to that man no more. And also too, you trying to act like you all girly girly and buddy buddy with Jen, but really you want them options. You want to be able to have them because Jen, she was like, "Are you not happy with what you got? You talking about what's his name? Was it Dylan?
Dylan.
Dylan is this, he's that. He touches me. He does all the superficial shit that I love. Ooh, mwah, 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 mwah. Jen, is that not enough?" And I was with
Yeah.
Jen. Is that not enough? Well, I like Gaul because all of a sudden now she wants her surfer babies and he has the surfer look and he's completely her time. Mind you, Caleb was also your type and you didn't want his ass. And also, too,
Yeah.
just a little side note speaking of Caleb, Caleb asked Corbin, "So are you not, upset about the whole Kinsey thing?" And Corbin was like, "Nah, I'm not even thinking about Kinsey. It is what it is." And I know in the back of Caleb's mind, he was thinking, "And she should have chose me because
Mm-hmm.
look at you. You don't even
Yeah.
care. You don't even
Yeah.
give a shit.
Yeah.
You don't even give a shit."
Also,
But
though, not the
yeah,
Casa girls clocking. Kenzie likes anybody who likes her. Like
her,
Kenzie
yes.
likes anyone who like the sound. I don't even. They didn't show who said it,
Who
but a
said it?
wise one,
Yeah.
whoever it was a wise one.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that's how they
because
watching. They watching,
yeah,
baby.
because it's like we said this a while back. It's who her criteria for men is who chooses her.
Mhm. Yep.
Period. And so it's no mystery that she is like, oh, Gal, or whatever you say his name is.
Right.
He's giving her energy. And so she's like, I always did want some surfer babies. What the fuck is
Right.
a surfer baby? You tell me.
Correct.
What is a surfer baby? What is a surfer baby?
Ah. Yeah. Kenzie is hilarious, bro.
Well, let's chit chat about Kata a little bit. She had a very strong reaction to all of it.
Yeah.
I was actually
Because they had
feeling
sex.
bad. Yeah, no facts.
She was acting like she could handle it and she
Facts.
still wanted to be open. And that's why, sometimes you gotta have boundaries. Like, I can't have, and I understand at her age, right? Because this is something that took me a while to learn, but that bonding that happens
Mm-hmm.
once you have sex, it is
Mm-hmm.
hard to move past that when you actually like the person. And she
Mm-hmm.
actually
Mm-hmm.
likes Zach. So,
Yeah, and I do think people are saying a little bit like whether he likes her back. I think he likes her back. I do think he's putting on right now in Casa. I think he just likes her more than he likes the options that were presented there. You know what I mean? Like I
mhm.
think if there were options that were vibing with him the way he was vibing with them, and that he liked them more. Because I mean, this Alana thing. First of all, why is she going out the villa? I think this is the day she should have been out the villa. Like I don't understand.
Yeah, I think she'll be out for the. Remember, I was like, what we see probably Thursday or Friday is what
But
will
it
be
was
when she's
Thursday.
out.
It was
You said what?
Thursday, but it was Thursday. I expected her to be gone, or
Yeah,
midway
but
through
it
the
was still
episodes for them
carrying
to
through that same
transition.
day.
Was it okay?
Yeah,
Well, I do feel like it's a little weird, that whole situation. So even if he
yeah,
was going to explore it, it's just a little weird. And
yeah. He
so
basically doesn't have. If she is gone, he doesn't have to make a decision. So it's almost like he just gets off scot
scot
free.
free, yeah.
Like,
They should have brought somebody in. That's why they didn't just move her out and swiftly bring someone else in. And it should have been right up Zach's alley. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Because I need to see it. I need to see it. But anywho, but yeah,
yeah.
look, they said they're gonna do some things. I don't know if they're gonna bring these people back. I'm not Che. He's not
Yeah.
doing anything for me. None of these guys are. You know, only person that I'm okay with in their
It's Corey.
couple. Well, Corey, oh, I forgot about Corey. We'll talk about them in a second. But I'm about to say Aniya and Carl only because
Yeah.
he's not doing nothing for me. But I think that's the speed Aniya wants. You know,
Correct.
it's like exactly that speed. That's what she wants. So
Hmm.
just go ahead, bring him back. I need her to bring him back. Like it's not even like at this point, it's mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's
it's definitely
required.
mandatory.
Bring
It's
his ass
mandatory.
back.
Yeah, I don't even want to see her go through that heartbreak when
Yeah.
and when I say heartbreak, it's not because again I don't think it's because she like Casey, but I just need her to like get some time to settle
Yeah.
that wound so she
Yeah.
can at least continue this experience in a better place mentally and not. So I mean she gonna overthink regardless, but
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would like for her to at least have somebody that she can lean on that she actually
Yeah.
likes and that she
Yeah.
is saying she feels like he listens. Clearly, she don't feel like Casey listens because she
He
keeps
probably
saying that
don't.
about Carl. So
He
bring
probably
him
don't.
back so you have somebody who's going to listen. And Carl seemed like he is open, arms ready, chest pecked out, just for that head, girl. Go ahead and place that head on that bosom, okay? Yeah. But back to Zach and Shay. I am with you. Last episode, you said you're not impressed by him. I'm still not impressed. I was absolutely cracking up though when he said, "Would you like to have like a cultural wedding?" You know, and he's like, you know, I'm from Indian background, and we
Mm-hmm.
do the things. And I've been to an Indian wedding, baby. It was beautiful. If I was marrying an Indian man, give me the Indian wedding, baby. I want to be all up in that thing. Yeah, throw all of that. Throw the money at me, everything. But the fact that she was like, no, don't even think about Haitian cultures or Haitian weddings. I wrote down,
Yeah.
and this is what happens with the man. A lot of the times is the one of the cultural minority. Okay, you don't get
Yeah.
absorbed in that culture because the
Yeah.
mother does the nurturing.
Yeah. No, the facts. No intergenerational transmission. Okay.
Correct.
It's like
Correct.
the recipes get lost, you know, because she was like,
Right.
I don't think
Like,
so, you know?
baby, I know everybody from Haiti watching is like, my girl.
Yeah, no facts. I don't even know what the traditions are, but I know they got some, okay? I know they got
Well,
some.
plenty of them. I
Yeah, they
know they
waved that
like,
flag
hell
too
no.
much for them to not have some traditions, okay? Shoot. But anywho,
Really? I said, who Chile, girl?
yeah, no facts. All right, let's get into Melanie and Corey and the sincere. Like, what are your thoughts? Because I'm like,
Well, first,
oh,
let's clear up some things. So Corey does not have children. Those are his
oh yeah,
nieces
yeah,
and
yeah,
nephews.
yeah, yeah.
Also,
But they always
somebody in
have
the comments,
a lawsuit, girl. It's like I
yeah,
usually I'd be like allegedly, okay.
right.
But yeah, you thought I thought you knew.
Also, his cousin, who is Daniela, you didn't watch this season, but she was from season 6
Yeah, I saw
of
the
Love
clips.
Island. She is the one that Aaron hooked up with or snobbed, as he would say, in Casa Amor while he
Oh,
was with Kayla. So that was that big old blow up. It was
oh,
over him being with Daniela. He was like saying
okay.
the same things. He made the same handshake that he has with
Mhm.
Kayla. He made it with Daniela, and then Daniela came back with Rob. Very messy
Mm.
shit. Um,
Mm.
but that's Daniela, and Corey is her cousin. And she had very positive things to say
To say
about
about him.
him. That he's
Mhm.
a lover boy. He's emotional. He's very sweet and
Mm.
kind. X, Y, and
That's good.
Z. Which it seems like it is also coming through. I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I
Yeah.
like him for Melanie. I like all the reassurance he's giving Melanie. Melanie
Mhm.
needs that. I think he recognizes the type of Melanie. I mean, the
Mhm.
type of woman that Melanie is, and he's like, I'm all for it. I'm not afraid of it.
Mhm.
I got that dog in me to do exactly what you need, baby. So
Mhm.
come on over. And I hope Melanie
Mhm.
do. Every single time
Mm.
Melanie said, I I I don't know if I should like move on or if I need to remember. I'm like,
Mhm.
remember, ho.
Mm.
Remember. You need to remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be out here being no bird. You need to remember. You cannot let these men walk all over you and feel nothing from
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
You
Yeah.
can't.
And I think also it's like the decision that she's going back and forth with is really no decision at all. It's really just taking her back to the original question about should she move forward with Sincere? You know what I mean? She's just going back and having the opportunity to course correct, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Literally.
it's not even like like two real paths. It's like, do I want to go back to the seat of when I had the decision to either honor myself or not? And it's like, it's really just one decision. You know what I'm saying? It's one
Yeah.
decision that she's making. She's just reopening this thing back up. And I think she feels like it's this second thing because she made the decision and she feels like, okay, this is a new reality with him. Like, I'm
Yeah.
moving forward, but really ain't shit happened. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
really haven't tested it. It hasn't been like you made the decision and it's been months and months and months and he's been a great guy and should I move forward? It's like, no, he ain't done shit. To you still the same original decision and you can make a different
Right.
decision basically.
Yeah, it's just a different woman in the situation. Also,
Yeah.
too, it's like she's like, I don't trust sincere a bit. So it's like,
Yeah.
I think she's fully conscious of what's happening, but she's fighting herself
Mm-hmm.
because she made that decision to move
Mm-hmm.
forward with him. So she's like, I have to justify the fact that I made this decision. So I'm gonna convince myself, oh, this is a challenge. That's
Mm-hmm.
why Trinity's like, no, bitch, this ain't no challenge, girl. Please, this is
Yeah,
not a
she's like,
challenge.
you being
His
delusional.
hair was not like this in the challenge. Like, let's be effing for real. You
So they
know, she's
saw
like,
them at the challenge? That's
remember
what
they
I'm.
watched them.
Oh, I this whole time I didn't realize they were watching them. I thought they were just
Oh,
showing
you're
the
talking
heart
about the
rate
back and
meter.
forth challenge. No, they didn't. But they would have been able to see in the background, or through the picture. But they were sitting down, so it's either way. It ain't given that was a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So he
Yeah.
biting the lip and all of that.
Mhm.
So it wasn't given the challenge. So
Mhm.
but she's trying to convince herself that the decision that she made was the right decision. We were good before we left. We were good. We were good. We were good. Yes,
No,
for a
you
few
weren't.
days. He's
Yeah.
still the same man.
Yeah.
And this was his opportunity to show you that he also was moving forward, that he also was choosing
Mhm.
you, and he's not doing that. He
Mhm.
is over there talking about some I have to explore, like he grabbing ass
Yeah.
at the same time. I gotta figure it out. Like, I got this is the time. I'm like, boy, what you doing over there with them hands? Are you
Right.
saying that?
And not him saying
But
50-50. Like,
well,
how did 3 days get to be 50-50?
once again, because Sincere has not developed courage quite yet. He is still in
Mm.
his cowardly brain
Boyhood.
of
Yeah.
what did Ronnie say? He wants his cake and to eat it
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
And by doing so, it leaves him in a position to never be honest. And you can't
Yeah.
deal with no man who don't have enough integrity to even honor the fact that he want his cake and to eat it too.
Yeah.
He don't even want to admit that shit. You know what I'm saying? He want to hide behind I have feelings for both of them. You actually don't. You just want two biddies next to you. That's it.
Yeah. And I think it goes back to like what we were saying about KC about this immaturity thing. Like, this is the boy. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like, when you become a man, it is something that you can control. You have a standard that you live by
Mhm.
and that you're not a coward. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a coward. That's why he lies. He's a coward. That's why he does what he does. He moves how he moves. And it's that boyness in him. He's not into his manhood yet.
Yeah.
And that is not an age thing because I
It most definitely
1000%
ain't an age
have
thing.
seen some men in their 50s, 60s,
Yes.
whatever, on a deathbed,
Yes.
still
Same.
boys. Just
Same. It
and
is not an
you know,
age thing
yeah.
whatsoever.
Is
But
there
back to
anything
Corey. I
else?
did have something else I want to say
Oh,
about
okay.
Corey. Yeah, definitely all ages they cutting up. But back to Corey. Corey had them damn rhinestone pants, and I was so happy that Melody
Oh
said
my
something about them.
god.
I was so happy. I'm like, yeah, girl, not these fucking rhinestone
And the
pants.
producer, whatever, who was the Ian guy or whatever, he said something. He was like,
Yes,
my 6-year-old or whatever. Because why? How did this become a thing? It is a problem. It must be stopped. Like, for real, it's a problem. Like,
it really
that
has to be stopped.
is a bit much.
Scratching up our
Um,
legs.
yeah. Oh, not scratching up the legs. Do we have anything else? Any thoughts on Corbin or Parmita? She said she's not scared. Kenzie ass.
Yeah, I wouldn't be scared of Kizzy either, to be honest. But
For real.
Corbin and Parmita, like I said in the last episode, they are two wolves looking at each other, having a good woof 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 time. Okay, they both
Let's
looking at each other.
see.
You're perfect. You're perfect. I gotta find something. Oh my god, the way you talk. And at this point, Corbin's voice is actually getting on my nerves. I don't know if it's like the
Uh,
slow cadence of it or what, but I don't know. He's ridiculous.
mhm.
And my thing is, if you like Parmita, just like Parmita. You don't
Mhm.
need to put down Kinsey while you are talking to Parmita. That makes no
Oh yeah,
sense
he
to
did
me.
say he did say
I
basically almost gave her the ick. Gave him the
Yes,
ick.
yes, and I'm like, you wasn't saying that when you was with her. When
Yeah,
you
that's
what they say playing the saxophone? What do they say playing the keyboards in her coochie? You wasn't
oh
saying that. You wasn't getting no ick then, brother. So
yeah.
yeah, I'm not with that. But Parmita, like I said, she don't. She a wolf herself, so
Mm-hmm.
she used to that shit. She used to it. She from Miami. She used to that shit.
Mm.
She's used
Yeah,
to it. She
we'll
know exactly
see.
what she getting herself into. And when she was like your body, because she's 27 and he's 22, which I feel like when you 27, yeah,
Oh,
dating
she's
a 22-year-old,
27.
yeah, dating a 22-year-old
Oh,
is a bit much. In my
this girl,
opinion, in my opinion. But
she,
she like
oh,
blinded, I think, by the fact that he has a build of someone who is not 22. So
yeah.
she looking at him like he grown.
But
She
also,
hears someone who is grown, not mature, just grown.
yeah.
And I think that's part of it.
Yeah. Also, though, I don't think I realized she was 27 and he was 22. Cause, especially because he just looks older to me. Like, he just does. But yeah, he better watch out. To be honest,
Yeah,
like he
yeah,
better watch out. And I'm not saying that because I like last episode we had the whole exchange about what her interest, whatever. I think that she's smarter than him because I think women, we got a little edge. I don't know. I'm sorry, we got a little edge, but like she's actually older and she's more of an edge in terms of her like ability to you know,
yeah.
understand a lot that's
That just
going on.
adds to it. Yeah,
Because
that just
even when he
adds to
said
it.
they're like high school girls and they're like college, like I was so thrown off by that reference because I'm like, I keep thinking of Corbin like he's older. I'm like, why your grown ass talking about high school and college girls? It felt like such a young thing for a young guy to say. Like college girls versus high school. That felt so like you're 22. Like like you should have been stopped talking about high school girls. What are we talking about,
Yeah.
Corbin?
Even
Corbin?
even saying it
Yeah,
at
it's
22 is
it
disgusting to me because
it
we don't
felt
need to
odd.
even be thinking about high
Yeah,
school girls. But he just thinks about women. So
but
that's
but I
that.
wonder if he dates younger. That's what I wonder. But it is what it is. Ain't trying to say that he is, but it was just a weird
I
comment.
wouldn't be surprised. Corbin to me
Um,
is like I hate to say I have no hope in his development,
yeah,
but
that's
I have no hope in his development as a man. I feel like whoever he has been socialized by in life, they done already did a number on him, and at this point, he would have to go get saved and baptized. He would have to turn into that to like turn a leaf. I hate to say it, but I just I really do hate to say it, but oh my god, like that challenge they did, and he talking about put in work. It just really, I said no, no, baby.
mm,
Mm-mm. I just I know he be at them strip clubs and stuff, and
mm,
yeah.
yeah,
Anywho,
yeah,
I'm not even gonna say my full thought on that because it is what it is.
but
But
yeah,
yeah, him and Parmita most definitely two wolves. I think Parmita is definitely, she knows what she's doing. I think even if she was 23, she would be all right. To be quite honest, because
yeah, yeah.
that's just the
We'll
energy
see.
Parmita gives. I don't see it. She ain't
I
here for
don't
the
have
romance.
enough of her personality. I need to
I
see a
got
little
it
bit
today
more.
when you was letting Corbin talk about that girl in front of you. I got enough of it today. I
Yeah,
mean, in this episode,
I need to
for
see a little
sure.
bit more to get like a sense of
I don't need to see shit else. I know I know the girl Parmita is, baby. I know
That's
her.
funny.
Okay.
Anybody else that I mean, there's Caleb and Jalen. They just faking. They just faking. He's talking about some slow burn. At this point, Caleb's even faking. Okay, I think personally,
Yeah. Yeah, no,
but I don't have nothing
honestly.
on them.
It's very somebody in the comments had said that Caleb would probably do well on Love is Blind. I
Oh
could see it.
hell, fucking
He would
yeah,
do great on Love is Blind. He needs to
yeah.
pivot that way. Hopefully his voice and
But
stuff won't be.
actually, though, he might be boring behind the walls because he don't have the good looks to charm.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That's the
you're
greatest
right.
thing. Like, imagine all of what Caleb has said without seeing him. Poop,
Yeah.
poop, chow. Is
Nothing. A bunch of
yeah,
nothing. But
yeah.
he's young, so maybe when he gets a little older, he's somebody I could put a
He,
little bit of courage and
uh,
faith behind. Maybe he will start to learn
yeah.
how to converse with women.
But anywho, I think that's it. I ain't got nothing else on this
I did
episode.
have I have one more thing to say.
What you got?
Jen, I'm trying to figure out why she keep coming around
Oh
with
yeah,
them
we didn't talk about
shoes.
her. Oh, I ain't noticed no shoes. What's the
She
shoes?
always wearing like business shoes, like a business pump. I was like, she done been wearing these shoes a lot. She ain't got no open toe, no nothing. I don't know what's going on over here.
I'm just imagining what these shoes look like.
I was like, you in Fiji with corporate pumps
Yeah.
on? Like, what's happening here? Um, Somebody let me know in the comments. Am I the only one who noticed it? Maybe, but I literally saw her today when she was walking. I noticed it because like it was like a mental note, and then I saw it again in this episode when she was
Mm,
walking off after she had that conversation with Gal,
hmm.
uh which I don't know if we talked on that
Yeah,
too
we ain't talk about them
much.
at all. Like she's giving me like, oh, she a little like Kenzie too. Just
Yeah,
being
I mean she
honest.
said it. She said, if you're touching me, I know you like me. I don't want you to be
Yeah.
obsessed with me. She said it.
Yeah.
Her and
Yeah.
Kenzie, same girl, different font.
Mm.
She also upset that, your friend might take your man. She,
She
she over
better than
here
Kenzie though.
feeling
She Kenzie
entitled.
2.0. She
Yes.
Kenzie 2.0. Okay.
One last thing before we wrap up that I wanted to say was, since you're talking about some we pour into each other's glasses,
Mm.
I'm like, boy, he got a dictionary of lines, and that's it. It's just like a little dictionary of lines, and he sift through his little dictionary or encyclopedia as he's talking.
Mm.
He's like, this one, and
Mm.
then he says it because this is
No
ridiculous.
facts.
I'm like, boy, you be laying it on thick,
He does.
making
He
these girls
does.
feel like they number one. I would
Yeah.
hate to be on the other side of sincere.
No
Oh
facts.
God, young me would be breaking shit. I already know because I'm a retired crash out. Anywho, that's all for this episode. Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments. Follow us if you are not following us on Spotify and Apple, and also leave us a 5-star review. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and don't forget your sweet treats from Scratch and Soul Bakery. And we will catch you for tomorrow's episode.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.